Greetings, music makers. I'm Dr. Cayari, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you some basic concepts about music notation, which we can then use to sing or play music. First, we'll learn that music notes have lengths. Then, we'll talk about how they often have pitches. And then we'll see how those two aspects can be combined to create melodies. So without further ado, let's get ready to learn. Music notation uses math. How do you ask? Well, that's easy, with fractions. If we say that this note is equal to 8, and we split it into two equal groups, the notes in the next row down will each equal 4. Do that again, and the notes in the next row will equal 2, and so on. This works for any note length. A lot of music, the note on top is equal to 4. So, using our fractions, dividing that in half means that the next row would equal 2, and the next row would equal 1, and the next row, each note would equal only half. So let's learn what we call some of these note shapes. This is a quarter note. You'll notice that it has two parts, a solid head and a stem. In the most common time, the quarter note will get one beat. So there are a bunch of ways we can count this note. If we had 4 of them in a row, we could just say 1, 1, 1, 1. Oftentimes we group things in music by 4, so we can accumulate the numbers and count it 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes people like to use syllables, and so for quarter notes we often use ta, 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 ta. And then there's my favorite, which is where we actually say the name of the note. Quarter, 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 quarter. This note has an open head, and so it's called a half note. It gets 2 beats. The ways we can count that is 1, 2. 1, 2. Or, to accumulate, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes we actually use 2, 3. Instead of ta, we say 2, so it would be 2, 2. And you have to, in your head, count 1, 2, 1, 2. And finally, if you wanted to say the name, you would say half note, half note. If you have just an open head, it's a whole note, which gets 4 beats. The way we count that is 1, 2, 3, 4. The syllable that we often use is toe, and so that would sound like toe, toe. With a T-O, sometimes it's confusing, so we might add the E. And unfortunately, because whole note only has 2 syllables, we'll add a few more words and make it big ol' whole note. Big ol' whole note. Now let's talk about note pitches, which is all about how high or low a note sounds. In music, we use lines to orient ourselves. We can start off with just one line, and I'm going to put some note heads on screen. High, low, high, low. You'll notice that the high note is above the line and the low note's below the line. In most music, we have 5 lines, which is called a musical staff. As notes go up in the staff, they get higher in pitch. As notes go down in the staff, they get lower. And to help us organize those notes, we'll put them on either a space, which fits snugly in between 2 lines, or a line will split it right down the middle. Again, we can use less lines. I'm going to put some notes up there, and we've got high, mid, and low. So, can you name this tune? High, mid, high, high, high. Did you guess it? Mary had a little lamb. If you got it right, click the thumbs up button on YouTube to let me know. So, if you string along notes together and include the pitches, you get a melody, which can be defined as a linear succession of musical tones that the listener perceives as a single entity. But without the right timing, a song might be hard to identify. Can you name this melody? High, mid, low, 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 low. I'll do it again. High, mid, low, 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 low. It's a little hard. Maybe you were able to do it, but if I assign lengths to the notes, you might be able to tell what song it is a little easier. Can you guess it now? High 2, mid 2, low 2, 3, 4. High 2, mid 2, low 2, 3, 4. Low, 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 low. It's hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. 1 a penny. Would you like to try playing it on recorder? Join us by clicking the Create video on the screen. If you're interested in practicing a little bit with reading notation, click on the Learn video. And if you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure that you never miss a new video on how to create and learn music online, click on my face. And until next time, keep on making music.